Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Jeremy's Kitchen. All right, so today I volunteered to make dinner for my family, and I decided to try something that I have not tried in a while, actually ever. Something I've been always curious to try, and now I'm going to do it. Today I'm going to make Garfield's favorite food, lasagna. We are going to start with the meat sauce. For this, I have the following ingredients. There's a mixture of ground beef and mild Italian sausage that has been broken up, rough chopped mushrooms, salt, pepper, chili flakes, and your own marinara sauce or store-bought marinara, your choice. Okay, so come over here to my stove. You want to start the meat in a cold pan and then warm it up gradually. There you go. I'm going to bring the pan right over there, and we're going to turn it to medium first. Now we got to start browning this meat. You want to break this down even further inside of the pot. Alright. Now this could take a while, so what we're going to do is we're going to start browning this meat. Once it starts to brown, we'll add our mushrooms, and then we'll continue the process after that. We'll be right back. Alright guys, our meat is starting to brown, so now we can start the next step. So our first order will be to throw in our mushrooms. And we're going to mix those in with our meat. They'll pretty much dissolve in our sauce once we're done with it. Okay, so now we're going to add our salt. Black pepper. And chili flakes. So now we're going to mix this all up until the beef is fully cooked and that the liquid from the mushrooms are completely evaporated. From what it looks like, that won't be much longer. Well, the beef and sausage is almost cooked. But there is still water from the mushrooms that are evaporating right now. So that's good. Okay. So once the water from all the mushrooms evaporate, then we'll add our tomato sauce. This will take a few moments. All right, guys, our meat and our sausage is browned and the water is pretty much evaporated. And that's what it looks like right now. So yes. So now you're going to take your tomato sauce and carefully pour it in onto the meat. Mix it all together. And so at this point in time, you are now going to lower the temperature to simmer. Cover it. So we're going to leave that to simmer for pretty much a while. 2 hours to be precise. So, timer. We're going to start this from 1 hour. We'll check it and then we'll do another hour afterwards. So, we're going to let this go, and by the time when this is done, we'll taste it for salt and pepper to taste, and then we will, this is the crucial step to building the lasagna. So, when we come back, I'm gonna start the cheese filling. All right, guys, we're back. Our meat sauce is currently simmering away on our stove. So now, since it's going to be a long time for it to be finished, we might as well start our next step, which is our cheese filling. For this part of the lasagna, I have the following ingredients. 1 egg, ricotta cheese. Use whole milk ricotta cheese, don't use the skim milk one. Shredded Parmesan cheese, fresh mozzarella, pepper, salt, cayenne, and parsley. Okay, let me put you guys down for 1 moment. And the good news about this is that all of these go into one bowl and are mixed together. So of course, first we're going to start with our egg. Yes. Beat it together. It should be fine. Okay. Now we're going to grab our ricotta cheese. Put the whole thing in there, might as well. Now, shredded Parmesan cheese. One more. Now, when it comes to the mozzarella, fresh mozzarella has a really great taste to it. Soft, creamy. And when it comes to putting it into a lasagna, break it into, this is already sliced, but what you want to do is you want to break this up and put it into your cheese filling. Just like this. Break it all apart. There you go. Let's do one more. Yes, that should be plenty of cheese. Wash your hands. So now we're going to add our seasonings. We'll start with some salt. I'm going to add some pepper. And sprinkling of some cayenne. Give it some little heat. That should do. Now, finally, you can add parsley. I would recommend fresh Italian parsley, but I found this one to be a little easier to grab right now. Pour the whole thing in. You might as well. And there we go. And now we get to mix everything up. Ricotta, mozzarella, parmesan, the egg, parsley, all the seasonings, and there we go. It's your cheese filling has come together perfectly. Look at it. Perfect. So now, what I'm going to do is that I don't need this right now. So I'm going to put this in my refrigerator. Okay, so our cheese filling is now completed. The next step we're going to do is our lasagna noodles. I'm going to prep everything and we will be right back. All right, guys, we're back. During the break, I put a pot of water on the stove top, and now I'm ready to cook my lasagna noodles. Now, we're going to put these into our water for 12 minutes. Now, this is the one time that I can tell you that once your pasta is cooked, drain them, put them back in the pot, and then hit it with cold water and let it rest there. All right, so let's do this. Oh, and by the way, here's our pot that we're cooking our noodles in. And our sauce is still going. It's past the 30-minute mark. So it has another hour and 30. All right. I'll put it in about 13 seconds. Careful. Now, these you do not want to break. You want to get these submerged into the water. Oh, I also salted the water as well. All right. So that's going to go for 12 minutes. And then I will drain them, put them back into the pot, and then let it cool in cold water. So right now, all we're waiting for is our sauce to get finished. So we're going to let the pastas cook off camera, and we're going to have the sauce finish off camera. And when we come back, I'm going to show you how to assemble our lasagna. We will be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I just pulled off our meat sauce out off the stove. Tasted it. It needed a little more salt and pepper. Tasted it again, and it's perfect. So we are now ready for the assembly stage. But before I do that, let me show you what everything looks like. Here's our meat sauce. That is our cheese filling. And finally, our noodles. All right. Now, usually the ratio is four layers of sauce, the 2 layers of cheese, and the 3 layers of noodles. So let's assemble. First, we are going to take our sauce. We're going to spread it into our lasagna tray that we have right here. Now, I'm going to layer our noodles. I'm thinking, perfect. Wow. Then we'll start this way. That should be perfect. 3 layers should be good. Okay, so now ricotta filling. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. All right. Now I'm using a flat spatula to spread out the ricotta cheese. Just a little bit more. Okay, so good. So now it's all gonna come. Now we're adding another layer of sauce. Good. Now, another layer. We're gonna do it all one way. See what happens. Yeah, I can see that. I could probably. Now, let's finish this here. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay, good. So, next, another layer of sauce. More. Good. All right, another layer of noodles. Now, I mean, like I got to. Good. Alright, so one final layer of our sauce. Alright. Now, what I need to get is another round of Parmesan and my mozzarella. So let's start with our mozzarella cheese first. Just like we did with our cheese mixture, we break the mozzarella into pieces just like this. Right. So now we finish this with sprinkling of our Parmesan. Just like that. Wow. All right, come here, guys. Take a look at our unbaked lasagna. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to wrap this in aluminum foil, but we're not ready to bake this yet. We'll do that later. So, until we're ready to bake it, what we need to do is when we're ready, take an hour at 375 degrees in the oven, and then 20 minutes to rest. Otherwise, it will be too hot for any of us to handle. So, I'll wrap this up, and we'll wait a few more hours, and then we'll bake it. See you soon. All right, guys, we're back. We currently have 3 minutes until our lasagna is finished cooking. Now, how it happened was, it went into the oven at 375 degrees, covered for 30 minutes. After that 30 minutes, I opened the oven, took off the aluminum foil, and then let it cook again for another 30 minutes, which we have 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Now, once I take the lasagna out of the oven, I need to let it rest on the counter here for 20 minutes so that it can cool down and it'll be easier for everyone to handle. All right. Also, I should let everyone know that because this is a dinner for my family, I'm not going to film a tasting. But after dinner, I will come back and tell you how it was. I know that's not how I usually do things, and I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to happen. So, we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left, and once the timer goes off, I will show you what our lasagna looks like. All right, guys, I just took our lasagna out of the oven, and it's hot. So hot it's bubbling. So take a look at our lasagna. See, it's bubbling right there in the corner. Wow. All right, you guys, now we're currently letting this rest for 20 minutes. Afterwards, I'll be able to have dinner, and then I will shoot a reaction video of how it was, a replay video afterwards. I will see you after dinner. All right, guys, so we just had dinner. First of all, let me tell you, my mother, who ate dinner with me, she loved it. She said it was it was a little spicy, probably because of the chili flakes and the cayenne, but I didn't add too much, so sensitive palate, I guess. She said the noodles were cooked perfectly, which I figured they would have been. And let me tell you, on my end, I loved it. I loved it all. The ricotta cheese mixture added a little bit of tang and creaminess to it. Also, the meat sauce. That was some good kick with both the ground beef and the Italian sausage in the mix. So, all in all, a very successful dinner. And I still have leftovers, but first we're gonna wait to see if my brother or my wife wants any. So right now they're out, but we will see what happens. You know, maybe I might try a bit of the leftover later. We'll see. If I do, I'll make that a separate video for you guys. So, this was our lasagna video. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below. Until next time, this is Jeremy saying, Bon appetit!